What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rome Leggett back again with another video. Oh man, we're finally here. We're almost at the end of the year, and what a year this was for me, guys. I had a fantastic fragrance experience this year, all the way from going to different fragrance boutiques, interviewing a lot of these fragrance creators, doing collaborations, and you know, collecting fragrances. This is what we do as reviewers. One of our favorite things is collecting new fragrances and experiencing these concoctions of just pure imagination and beauty. And I got 20 of these bad boys to show you guys. I'm going to show you my favorite fragrance pickups from this year, 2023. And I'm ranking them all the way from 20 to my favorite one. Now, this is just a disclaimer. I usually don't do this because I don't feel like it's necessary, but I did not purchase every single fragrance here. Some of these were given to me as presents, some of them were given to me for reviews, but most of them I paid for because I like supporting the fragrance game, all right? So I'm gonna go through all these fantastic fragrances. I have some behind me, some on the side here, and show you guys the best fragrances of 2023 in my collection. All right, let's go. I'm in Wonderland when she coming down the hallway. I don't care if she take all of mine, like it ain't shit but a dollar sign. All right, so the first fragrance I want to show you guys, y'all see it in my hand. This is Phantom from Lex Elixir. Lex Elixir is a fragrance house based in New York. One of the more niche, quiet kept fragrance houses in my opinion, but they have some gorgeous fragrances. You've seen me feature, I think, every single one of them on my channel, but you know, Oud is one of my favorite fragrances from Lex Elixir, and Phantom is another one of my favorite in my collection. I'm glad I got this in my collection. Now this one features the best part about these fragrances. That's what I'm going to talk about. The best part about these fragrances, this has a beautiful vanilla note mixed with a oak wood dry down, and throughout the fragrance you got this rose water, this rose, almost kind of a wet rose effect with vanilla, which is fantastic. A dry vanilla mixed with a deep dark, almost, I'm not gonna say cozy, I'll say sensual woody tone. That oak wood is really nice. A fantastic fragrance, and I'm glad I got this in my collection. All right, that's at number 20. Let's go to the next one. Another fragrance in my collection that I've been dying to get for the last maybe 2 years is from a house that I'm very fond of. That fragrance house is the Spirit of Dubai. And this gorgeous fragrance here, Abraj, I had to. Of course I had to get it in my collection. If you want a fragrance that is a good everyday office, gym, first date fragrance, I think, I would say more of a lunch date fragrance, this is it. This has a beautiful citrus opening with a gorgeous creamy sandalwood. Now, there are other nuances to this fragrance, but the citrus bergamot opening that's light, airy, refreshing, combined with a creamy, woody note in the dry down, makes this a perfect, non-offensive, easy to grab fragrance, and a decent, powerful fragrance. This thing lasts at least 9 to 10 hours. Abraj, you gotta get it in collection. Glad to have it in mind. One of my favorite pickups for 2023. You're talking about another first date fragrance. This is a fragrance that I featured. I reviewed this fragrance also. This is from a new fragrance house, a sister house to Kaja fragrances. This is Erdemo, and I have Hala. Oh man, this is another stunning fragrance. It features a heavy, beautiful, sweet plum note in the opening, and it dries down with a vanilla and tonka bean that's mixed with a hint of oud. Now, like I said in the review, if you want to go check it out, the plum is the best part of this fragrance, in my opinion. The combination of plum mixed with vanilla gives us this slight gourmandish vibe, but it's more masculine than feminine, and I think this is a good like first date fragrance for a guy. One of the surprises of this year, because you know new houses usually kind of have to get a home run to kind of succeed, and I think when more people get their nose on this one, they will agree. Hala is a fantastic fragrance, sweet, fruity, and has a masculine dry down to it. Go check it out. Let's go on to the next one. Now, this next fragrance, it needs no introduction at all. If you're in the niche fragrance game, if you even just are interested in fragrances at all, you know about this fragrance. This is from Montal, and this is Intense Cafe. Oh my goodness. What can I say about this fragrance that has been said? If you love coffee, if you love espresso, this is a beautiful concoction, creation, smoky coffee, brewing, latte, espresso, whatever you want to mix it with. Just gorgeous. Get it, you already know about it. I'm glad I have it in my collection. I didn't put it low in the collection because it's been out for a while, but it is a staple and I'm glad that I finally picked it up. All right, Montal Intense Cafe, fantastic fragrance. On to the next. All right, here's another fragrance that I should have had in my collection a long time ago. Don't judge me. Don't judge me, all right? I know y'all like Rome, you should have been had this, but it took me a minute to grab it. One, it was hard to find at a decent price. Two, I wasn't paying for it to be shipped all the way from Paris. So, finally got this fragrance in my collection, and it's from one of my favorite fragrance houses. You guys probably know it because of me. That's Julep Mod, and this is Aqua Sexus. Now, this features one of the best citrus meets fig notes I've ever come across. If you're looking for a vacation fragrance, man, y'all gotta get this one. You gotta get this one. This is pool, party, beach, sitting on a boat, going out on a yacht, having a vacation in San Tropez, Miami, Las Vegas, whatever the case may be. This is the perfect vacation fragrance. This fig note almost has a fig, citrus, and I swear it has a rhubarb kind of smell to it also. Cecile Zaroki made this fragrance, one of my favorite, obviously my favorite fragrance creator, perfumer, whatever you want to call it. She made this gorgeous fragrance and I'm happy to have it in my collection. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a backup bottle of this because you just need two. Aqua Sexus, sexy summer fragrance. I'm happy I have this. All right, let's go on to the next one, y'all. Now, I've been raving about Suspiro coming back into the game for the last maybe year and a half. I'm super excited that they're back in the USA. They've been gone for a while, but they came back with a vengeance, and I'm gonna get every single fragrance I can from them. This one here, this is one that surprised me because I'm not used to fruity leather fragrances. And that's what this is. This is Herba Leather. Herba Leather from Suspiro. If you like a very masculine, manly, rugged leather fragrance with a sweet nuance, this is a fragrance you need to get. Now, this leather has hints of the dry, rugged leather, the new, just opened the car door leather, the leather jacket, and a suede nuance mixed with a fruity tone. Guys, I know a lot of people aren't really big leather fans, but if you want a leather fragrance that's unique, different, and lasts long, grab this one. Super happy, ecstatic I have it in my collection. I can't wait to grab more Suspiro fragrances. But yes, I got this one. Let's go check out some more. as a fragrance collector, you know some fragrances are going to stand out more than others. Now, I have other fragrances that I've purchased this year, but I'm only featuring the ones that are the best of the best to me, and I wanted to show you guys that. Some of these fragrances I haven't even reviewed yet. I'm going to review them, maybe a couple this year, and definitely in 2024. But this one right here is a little lower on the list, or higher on the list, however you want to say it. Because once again, it's a new fragrance. I just picked this up, and it smells fantastic, but it's just not the season that's wowing me. And that fragrance is Kaja 3. Now, don't get me wrong, banger, banger fragrance, fantastic. This smells like Sierra Mist, 7-Up, or Sprite, whatever you want to mix it with vanilla and some softwood notes. Fantastic fragrance. I just have no idea why it was released in the September, October time. It's not hot. It wasn't hot. It's probably in its 50s, but when the spring hits, oh, this is gonna be a gorgeous fragrance. It's gonna come off the skin, so gorgeous, so beautiful. Glad I got it in my collection. Don't judge me on me putting it this high on the list. Grab it, get a sample, you're gonna love it. Glad I have it in my collection. I did a review for it. You can see my expression, how good it is. But it is what it is. This is where it's at on the list. So let's go check out the next one. So, Nuem Paris. Nuem Paris is a fragrance house that I came across when I went to Zeno. I had no idea that they existed, but once I got a chance to experience the fragrances, I was like, oh, this is definitely a fragrance house I'm going to dip my toes in, because I smelled 4 out of the maybe 10 that were there, and there were some bangers. This fragrance, Khalil, is no exception. That is, first of all, bottle design is just gorgeous, fantastic. Y'all see that. If you watched the interview I had, this top was suggested by Monster Bakali to make a cap for the fragrance, because they were struggling to kind of capture what would be a cap for this fragrance brand, and I think that was a genius idea. The fragrance smells good. Smells, to me, once again, how can I put this? If you want a sweet, slightly aromatic, hints of florals, and a kind of resinous dry down, this is a fragrance you need to get. I don't want to spoil the review because I haven't reviewed this yet. I've only worn it roughly 3 times, 2 with the sample, and I wore this on Christmas, and it smells fantastic on me. I enjoyed every minute of it, but once again, it's not lower or higher, or however you want to say it, on the list because it's a new fragrance. But when I tell you this fragrance house is going to blow your mind, I'm not playing. Khalil from Nuem Paris, definitely happy to have it in my collection. Let's go check out the next one. Now this next joint right here, oh, I'm in love with it. I am truly in love with this fragrance. This is another fragrance that I picked up when I went to Zeno. Now, this is a house I have to say I really did not pay much attention to, because just the truth be told, I was not really interested in fragrances made by fragrance creators. And I made that decision immaturely, because I just assumed that they didn't know what they were doing, right? I thought it was just a cash grab. I can tell you I was wrong. These fragrance reviewers, influencers, the ones I've met, are very passionate in making fragrances. And I smelled a lot of them at Zeno and was very impressed. So the fragrance I'm talking about right here is from the house Navus perfume. You probably knew what I was talking about already. and this is Lux Absolute. And man, oh man, oh man, look at my face when I tell you. Look at my face. I truly love this fragrance. I'm speechless when it comes to how gorgeous it smells. This is a patchouli fragrance. If you want a patchouli fragrance that hints on a kind of citrus fruity nuance mixed with the earthy tones from patchouli, combined with like almost a musk. I haven't reviewed this yet. I can't wait to review this for you guys. But oh my god, I just opened the top. And this one, if I'm not mistaken, this was created by the actual owner of Navus perfume. Me and him had a conversation talking about the fragrances, and this is the one. There were 3 other ones that kind of caught my attention, but this is one I was like, I had to have this one. So glad to have it in my collection. You probably can see by my expression how happy I am. Y'all gotta check out Navus perfumes if you haven't already. Lux Absolute, great fragrance. Let's go check out the next one. Now, you guys love compliments, right? This is one I talked about, said it just invokes something in females that just, this is almost like an aphrodisiac type fragrance. That fragrance is from Bodicea Victorious. Harmonious is the fragrance I'm talking about. Now, Harmonious, as simply as I can put it, smells like a rum or cognac mixed with almost a raspberry note and powdery nuances. So if you like that boozy, fruity, slightly powdery, almost maybe makeup or lipstick kind of vibe, mixed with almost I would say cedarwood dry down, or just a woody dry down. Oh, I forgot, I haven't smelled this in so long, probably since like maybe September, but man, it's so damn good. This is, I'm talking about just compliments. You see my review, go check it out. I'll link it down below. I'm not lying to you. I got chased through my job. This woman followed me for a good 10 minutes, trying to track me down to ask me what this fragrance was. And it's that damn good. Harmonious, Bodicea Victorious, had to be on the list. It's one of the best fragrances I've ever smelled in maybe the last 5 years. That's why it's on the list. Now, I got some old fragrances, I got some new fragrances, yes. I had to go back in the catalog, because fragrances come out all the time, and you kind of get caught up. As a fragrance reviewer, yes, we get sent fragrances, yes, I purchase my fragrances, but you kind of forget sometimes, hey, I wanted to buy this. And this is one of those fragrances. Y'all gonna judge me, I already know y'all about to judge me on this one. That's okay. Toop Man. Toop Man is a masterpiece, one of the best fragrances ever created, and I had to get it. If you're looking for an instant, smoky, spicy gem of a fragrance, and crown the blue beast for a reason, you gotta get this. Yeah, I know they came out with some flankers. I smelled all 2, not impressed. They're okay, but Toop Man, the original, is a must-have, and I'm glad I got it in my collection in 2023. What a banger. What a banger. Ugh. They did a home run on this one. All right, let's go to the next one. Toop Man was number 10. That was number 10 on the list. So now we're getting down to the nitty gritty, right? And y'all know these last 9 right here, they can't be beat. And this one is no exception. Alce. Bodicea Victorious Alce. There's no question this was not. Come on, man. Really? Y'all know I'm gonna put it on the list. If you're looking for a rose oud combination with a slightly romantic Middle Eastern vibe, this is the fragrance to get. Besides the gorgeous bottle, besides this powerful smell, if you want an alternative to Namur, this gorgeous fragrance right here. If you want an alternative to this, get this. This right here is a sweeter, lighter rose oud combination than this just Tyrannosaurus Rex version. It is so powerful, it's gorgeous, but you can choke yourself out if you don't know how many sprays to put on this. This is dead winter, this is fall leading into winter, and you can actually wear this in the summertime. Alce, banger. Go get it. Let's go on to the next one. So, this one I picked up at Sin Explore also. One of my favorite fragrance houses, you guys already know. Kaja Perfumes, and I had to get it. This is number 4. Number 4 is simply stunning, outstanding. If you want a fragrance that features dates, sweet, dark, almost sweet, dark, juicy date. Hints on the gourmand side with woody tones and light spices. Grab it. You don't even need a sample of this one. You don't need to you don't need to sample this one. You can blind buy this one and be guaranteed that this is a banger. Guaranteed this is a banger. I'm spraying it on me right now. That's how good it is. Spices, the dates. I'm reviewing this. This is the next review. Go get it. Happy to have it in my collection. Definitely one of my favorite purchases of 2023. Let's go on. Now, you guys probably see a theme of multiple fragrances from the same brand. Yes, these are brands that I love. These are brands that I'm bringing to you guys. Some brands that you're already familiar with my channel, and another one from one of my favorite brands, my favorite brand. This is Vetiver Imperial from Bodicea Victorious. I reviewed this fragrance from a 10 ml sample I had, and this is a fragrance that is unique in itself because it features vetiver, which vetiver can be worn in the more cooler months because it has a kind of herbal, earthy tone, right? But it also has a freshness to it. This, in my opinion, is a margarita in a bottle and one of my go-to fragrances for summer vacation. This is stunning, it lasts forever, and as a vetiver fragrance, this is one of the most unique compositions I've ever smelled. Y'all gotta get this one. If you don't have this, y'all missing out, especially for a citrus-based vetiver fragrance. You can thank me later. Let's check out the next one. For those who are loyal fans that have been watching me from day one, I want to say thank you guys. I also want to say, if I haven't said already, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this content with your friends, and like the video, all right? Comment down below if you have any of these fragrances. Please let me know if you have any. Of course, I'm going to link down below where you can purchase them. But I say that to say this. The guys that have been watching me for a while, when I talked about this fragrance I'm about to show you guys, I said when I first got it, this is, at that time, yes, at that time, was the best like fine or fragrance I've smelled this year. And I've stuck with that pretty much the entire year up until roughly around September. Sad to say, it's still up there as one of my favorite fragrances I've smelled in the last, I don't even know, maybe 7 years. But it dropped down because I got some better fragrances. And that fragrance I'm talking about is from Harry Paris, Evening Signature. Now, it's still gorgeous, it's still stunning, it still blew my mind when it came to the opening and the dry down. The presentation, the bottle design, gorgeous. This is still a sexy fragrance. It features LME, tonka bean, it features vanilla, and it doesn't have an amber note in it, but I know you have lists of different fragrances that are not listed in the pyramid sometimes. I smell amber. So for me, this is one of the most seductive, sexy, masculine fragrances that you can get your nose on. If you're trying to get a signature fragrance, Evening Signature is what you need in your collection. One of the best fragrances of 2023. I am stoked to have it in my collection. But it's not number one. I thought it was going to be, I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was going to be number one, but you'll see why it's not. On to the next one. All right, we got a little technical difficulties, but we're going to do it anyway. All right, so the next fragrance that is going on the list, of course, I couldn't leave this out. This is Bodicita Victoria's Legend. Now, Legend is a powdery iris orris-based fragrance that features the note of oud. If you like a fragrance that has a seductive, almost aphrodisiac kind of vibe, in my opinion, because women love that powdery notes, I told you guys, this is a fragrance to get. If you want something that has a little bit of a oud vibe, not a little bit, a decent amount of a oud vibe, this is another fragrance that you have to get. I'm glad I have it in my collection. Not only does it smell fantastic, the bottle design is freaking gorgeous. Look at that. Yes. One of my favorite purchases of 2023, of course, is on the list. All right, let's go to the next one. This fragrance is a new entry in the game for me because I, once again, went to Scent Explorer and had an experience. And if you know me, you know I love my barbershop chypre. You know I love boozy fragrances. You know I love my tobacco fragrances. You know I love anything that is in that realm. And this fragrance put all that together. Not to mention slightly gourmandish. From Navus perfume, we have Zeno. Oh my goodness. Zeno would have been number one if I experienced this probably around September, but it's new in my collection, and there's no exception. It could have been number one. That's how good this fragrance smells. If you like a Cuban tobacco, if you like a chocolate note, if you like nuances of honey mixed with this chypre vibe, this is barbershop, getting dressed, smoking a Cuban cigar, going to get a glass of whiskey, sitting in a jazz lounge, all bottled into this beautiful package. Max Aroma, Steven, Redolessence, from what I've heard, they are the creators behind this, of course, with the perfumer. But you guys did a phenomenal job. I'm happy to have this in my collection. And the cherry on top is only 500 bottles of this made, so it is definitely a fragrance that I will cherish because I'm not wasting this beautiful thing. They're not gonna make it anymore. So, Zeno, one of the best fragrances of 2023. Glad I have it in my collection. Let's go on to the next one. All right, y'all, we are at the top three. The top three fragrances in my collection that I purchased this year, 2023. Of course, everybody says this. Everyone says, hey, any one of these could have been number 1, 2, or 3, and it's true. Any of these 3 I'm about to put, any of the top 5 could have been number 1, really. But there are different things about each fragrances that make it stand out. 1 for me is performance. It has to last over 8 hours. 2, it has to be a unique smell that I haven't smelled in another fragrance. And 3, it has to be presentation that just blows me away, right? So with that said, Graham Pot, Amber Mill. That's number 3. I got a full review of this fragrance. This was such a surprise for me because cherry was such a heavy theme of a fragrance, right? That was a really big thing for this year and also last year. This fragrance did something different. We have the fruit nuances of cherry. You got, I think it has raspberry in it also, but we got the honey that is just warm, resinous, beautiful, sweet. You have these fruit nuances with citrus notes that come out almost immediately with that honey note, combined with a crystallized amber that is just mouth-watering. This is one of the best gourmand fragrances that I've come across, and I don't even know how long. There's nothing in the honey, fruit, gourmand category that can beat this. Nothing. This is a fantastic, fantastic fragrance, and one of the best fragrances I've come across in the last maybe decade. That's why it's number 3 in the best fragrance purchases of 2023. Great job, Graham Potts. Let's go on to number 2. All right, so number 2, we're down to the last 2. I'm not gonna hold you guys, no anticipation. This is Royal Tobacco from Amlan. Another fantastic creation by Cecile Zerokian. The most unique take on a smoky, spicy tobacco note that I've experienced in a while, except Zeno. Zeno is a different way of the tobacco. That's more, to me, jazz lounge tobacco. This is the tobacco that is louder than anyone else coming into whatever establishment you're going to. Jazz is laid back. You smell me if you get close to me. You know I smell good. I'm not looking for attention. This one, absolutely looking for all the attention in the room, and you're gonna get it wearing this. It's superb. Superb creation by Amouage. That's why it's at number 2. All right, y'all ready for number 1? Let's go. All right, we finally got to number 1. I know this is a long video, but of course, y'all know we love fragrances, and I had to show y'all the best of the best. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys pick some of these up if you don't have any in your collection. But with no further ado, number 1 is a Christmas present that I've been wanting to get for years, and that is Nebulous by Bodicea Victorious. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. Y'all see the smile on my face right now. Nebulous is, to me, the best oud fragrance I've ever smelled. The best oud. This is creme de la creme. Nothing can touch it. And that's why it had to be number 1. I have maybe 3 samples of this. Didn't think I would ever be able to get it because this is a very expensive fragrance. But I'm happy that I have it in my collection, and there's no way it wasn't going to be at number 1. Nebulous, the best oud fragrance I've ever smelled. That's why it's number 1 for 2023 favorite purchases. A banger. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that long video. But I hope it was entertaining. Like I said, I hope you pick some of these fragrances up. They are just masterpieces in my opinion. 2023 is at an end for me. I got some more reviews I'm gonna put up. I got maybe about 3 more videos I'm gonna put up. But 2024, look for a lot of those fragrances to be reviewed. Got a lot of things planned for 2024. I cannot wait until that time comes. But hold your horses, all in due time. All in due time. Thank you guys again for watching. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, like I always say, it's okay if you want to smell like Rome. I'll check you guys out in the next video. Till then, peace.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel a chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, it can't be replaced. See, no one else love me like you do. That's why I don't mind to spend my life with you.